Global.
What's good? What's good? For the people who don't know what's going on, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good, y'all? I'm looking at you, right?
Yeah.
Alright. What's good, y'all? It's your girl K with the fucking goddess, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York, an artist, songwriter, rapper, bow.
Yeah. Alright, man, I got the homeboy, like, he love New York, bro. He infatuated with y'all culture. So, like, when did that, like, become a thing in New York? Like, has that always been?
What, the bow?
Yeah, the
It's always been, but it's been, like, different. It's been, like, Bobby and Rowdy been doing, like, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, like, what does mean? What is that? What is that?
That means when you you better back.
Yeah. For sure. Now, how long have you been rapping?
This summer, 2021 makes 4 years.
Okay. For sure. Now, what was your transition to the rap game?
It was different, you know. I've always been a rapper, like I've always written poetry, I've always rapped, but I just never took it serious. It was just a lot, like going through a lot in the streets with my family, you know, it just pushed me to be a rapper, especially with working in a strip club. I got tired of being in there, so I decided to rap.
No, for sure. Now, being a woman, do you feel like it's harder for you? Like, do you feel like you get the respect as a woman, or it's like niggas always trying something with you?
Niggas is always trying something. I feel like, I definitely get respect, but you know, you have those little cornballs where they play with you, whatever, but I definitely give respect now. When I first started, I wasn't getting as much respect, but with being a female and with being stern and with having like all this ass and all these titties, niggas try me, but don't play me because I'm the most gangsterest bitch there is. So.
For sure. Now, shit, like, how do you, like, keep it professional, like, when niggas come at you like that? Because I know you get it a lot, bro. It's like, damn, like, do you like monitor your DMs? You respond to DMs? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you pick and choose who you deal with?
I keep it cordial, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas is only gonna do to a certain extent what you allow them to do. So if somebody do come at me disrespectfully, or they come at me flirting wise, you know, and it's an artist I want to work with, I put them in their place, you know, but I learned how to do it, because in the beginning I would just like be real stern with it, real front forward, like, and I would make people feel some type of way, like, damn, like, well, fuck you, bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn, like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So when somebody come at me disrespectfully, or they come at me trying to flirt with me, or whatever the case may be, I take a deep breath and I think before my actions, and I just respond in a certain type of way, you know. Because at the end of the day, this whole game is built around relationships, so you don't want to mess up a relationship or rub somebody the wrong way because they thought with their dick and not with their brain the first time, you know.
No, for sure. You said something real powerful. The game is about relationships, and you gotta be level-headed at all times. Like, them tables turn all the time.
They damn sure do.
For sure. Now, shit, being as though you are, I didn't know you came out of the strip club. Like, was the support there already? You know what I'm saying?
The support was there, you know, because
you got his mic. He send it back real quick.
Okay.
Real quick, my bad.
The support is there, but the support, you know, when it came to rapping, the support wasn't always there with rapping.
Okay.
I had to gain the support. I had to gain the respect. But the support always been there to a certain extent because of the type of female that I am. You know, I'm not one of those females where people know like I'm a thigh or I'm out here sleeping my way to the top. So, you know, the support ends up coming gradually once somebody see that you're really serious about the craft. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know how to support that.
Right. I looked at your Instagram a little bit. You got a lot of personality out there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, was it the rap that really kind of got you a bigger following, or was it just you putting your personality out there and people fucking with you? I
always had a following. That's the thing. You know, I was like Facebook famous. You know, in New York. People knew me by my first and last name. When I started playing college ball, I was my first and last name on Instagram. When I was playing college ball, I probably was like the only one in college with a K behind my numbers on Instagram and stuff like that. I had like 10K, 11K. And that helped me to work in a strip club, because when I went to go be a bartender in a strip club, I already had like 11, 12K followers. So they was like, oh, why not? Like, you know? And then once I started working in the club, I got up to like 50K. And then when I started rapping, from 50K on, has been rap followers.
Oh, so that's what's up. That's what's up. Now, shit, being as though you are from New York and Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Shmurda just came home.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like he's celebrated like he needs to be for, you know what I'm saying, keeping his head up and being solid?
I feel like when you so solid like that, the celebration will never stop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Bobby's gonna be celebrated for the rest of his life. You know, because at the end of the day, he held it down and he ended up getting extra time for them to give his homeboy lower time. Right. So he's a real one, and I feel like he's gonna keep getting celebrated. But I definitely feel like they did it big enough as they should. You know, Bobby shouldn't have came home to nothing too mixy or too risky. You know, he still got to follow protocols. So he's I feel like he's definitely doing it good, and I feel like the whole world was screaming Bobby Shmurda Day. So yeah, he definitely got the love.
Now I feel like, bro, New York is kind of like coming to where it's like y'all kind of hot right now. Y'all heating up again, like taking over for real, like with the sound. Now, how do you feel like that point has came back? Like, what is it about New York right now that's so on fire?
The Brooklyn drill scene.
Yeah.
People are infatuated with Brooklyn drill. People love Brooklyn drill, and I was the first female to do Brooklyn drill in New York.
Okay.
And people are just like, they're infatuated with it. They love it. They love our accents. They love our voice. They love the way we talk. They love our demeanor. They love how confident we are. And they just love, you know, they love that New York swag. We got the swag. For sure.
Now, growing up, who were some of the influences for you?
Biggie's my favorite rapper. Biggie, Fab, Jay-Z, a whole lot of New York rappers. Like, my catalog is just nothing but New York rappers growing up. And then as I became, you know, noticeable, when I started getting more lit, I started like falling in love with down south rappers and stuff like that. But growing up, definitely New York rappers.
Okay. Being as though we are in Texas right now, like what's some of the biggest culture shocks that just kind of was like, damn, what y'all got this in Texas?
Y'all got a lot in Texas. First off, y'all have a lot of hot ass artists in Texas. Okay. Like a lot of hot ass artists. Y'all have a lot of dope ass athletes. I don't know. I gotta keep coming back and traveling back and experiencing more stuff. What I am mad about is that y'all don't have like a signature dish or a signature place to eat at.
I mean, okay, like Dallas, they got some shit like Rudy's little hood chicken spot, but it's really big now. But Rudy's good. You know, you gotta get the taste of ways. If you want some hood food, like some good, you know what I'm saying?
Good old food.
Yeah, you gotta hit a taste of ways. They gonna get you right. This shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not from Dallas. I'm from New Orleans.
You from New Orleans?
Yeah.
And New Orleans is known for crawfish, right?
Yeah, we got crawfish. We got all the seafood.
I can't wait to go there.
Yeah, we got all the seafood. You got it busy. But yeah, like what? Okay, so tell me a little bit about Brooklyn. I've never been to New York.
Never?
Nah, never. I gotta go this year for sure.
Brooklyn, we got mad chicken spots. We got train stations. Yeah. You gotta make sure you're in the right hood too, because a lot of hoods got beef. Right. But they'll greet you good because you from New Orleans, so you know what I'm saying. I said New Orleans, right? Or New Orleans.
New Orleans. You know, a lot of times they say, New Orleans.
But Brooklyn, it's lit. It's a lot of lights. It's never quiet.
But I heard people real rude out there in Brooklyn.
They are. But they are.
For sure.
They very fucking rude. But you gotta love it. It's like, the city is never quiet. You're going to hear ambulances. You're going to hear cop cars. You're going to hear gunshots. You're going to hear fireworks. You're going to hear babies crying, pampers being thrown out the windows. Like, it's ghetto as hell. But it's lit, though.
For sure, man. I got to make it hit Brooklyn this summer.
Yeah, it's only right. I'm going to bring you to a cookout this summer.
So it's lit. Now, for people like who follow you, give us some things that they wouldn't just know about you from following you on Instagram.
From following me on Instagram, you wouldn't know that I'm sweet. I'm a sweetheart. Like, I'm a total sweetheart. I'm very loving. I'm very caring, especially when it comes to like my spouse or my significant other. Like, I'm very homely. I got a homely vibe. Like, if you look at my Instagram, you'll be like, oh, she one of those going out girl, club lit girls. And I'm really like an introvert. Like, I stay home a lot. I'm always brainstorming. I read books. I do crossword puzzles. Like, I'm really, like, I'm boring as fuck. Like, I'm really boring. I like anime movies. I like to watch SpongeBob. Like, I'm real geeky and goofy. You just never know that about me because I'm so tough and stern. But if you're around me and I let you into my soft space, you're going to see, like, I'm really a sweetheart.
No, for sure. Now, I know a lot of dudes go watch this and be like, damn, is she single? You know what I'm saying? So if you want to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? If you're not single, you ain't got to answer this, but if you are single, how should a dude approach you?
Okay. I have somebody in my life right now at the moment. Respectfully. I just got out of a 4-year relationship. I was in a 4-year relationship and it went really, really crazy. We broke up a few months ago. But right now at the moment, I have somebody in my life and he playing his cards right. He doing his thing. You know, I'm a relationship girl. I'm not like, I'm one of those bitches that be for the streets. Don't get me wrong. I've been in the streets a few times. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all hit the streets.
We all hit the streets before, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a relationship girl. I'm an in-home girl. I'm a housewife. Like that's me. Like hold it down, mamas. Like that's me. So I have somebody in my life right now. He's a sweetheart and he's doing his ones and twos. So
for sure. What do you think about this generation bragging about being toxic? Like that's like the new thing.
I think that's crazy. Yeah. You know, I like 10% of it, but the other 90% is fucking crazy. Because at the end of the day. First off, nobody want nobody boring. So let's put that there. So the 10% is the not having somebody boring. You know, because relationships, or if you dating or whatever, they're gonna have their ups and downs. Y'all gonna go through whatever y'all go through. You know, it's gonna be fights, it's gonna be arguments. You know what I'm saying? It's just knowing when to stop, knowing when to grow up, knowing when to communicate, things like that. You know, nobody's gonna say being in a relationship, you're never gonna have disagreements. Because disagreements happen, but to be bragging about being toxic is crazy because that's a mental health issue. Like you're fucking up other people's lives. Like you know what I'm saying? So
no, sure.
I just left my toxic situation because that 4-year relationship.
Like how do you? Okay, but before I let you go, we gotta speak on it. You know, how do you get out of a toxic relationship when you've been with somebody so long? You know them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to just cut ties. So how do you break that bond?
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about 2 different things. I was engaged before, and when I was engaged, he was really abusive. Like, I was in an abusive relationship. It was really, really bad. Like, he dragged me out of cars before. Like, it was really bad. It was horrible. That situation, it was really hard for me to leave that situation, and I don't even know why I stayed, honestly. You know, I can't even give you a reason to why I stayed with that nigga. Like, I was with him. I don't even know, but I stayed. And it came to a point to where I was like, you know what, I'm tired of getting beaten on. I'm tired of feeling like I can't defend myself. You know, the threats he made to me was really, really scary. And it came to a point to where I was like, I needed to be strong for myself. You know, but when a female's in that situation, you can't just get up and leave because, I don't know, some women stay there for their kids and things like that. I got pregnant at the time. That's what made me really like get up and go. Because I saw myself, I'm like, damn, I can't. I was raised in a broken home. You know, I don't want to raise my child in a broken home. And if I stay with this man, I'm going to raise my child in a broken home. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I decided to leave. And I left him alone. And that's when I ended up, I didn't even heal from that situation. And that situation really did me really, really bad. And I ended up getting into a relationship with my ex that I was with for 4 years right after that. And the previous relationship from that, because being that I wasn't able to heal, that shit fucked me up a lot. And I brought a lot of those problems into my new relationship. And my new relationship, it was real toxic because it went from like this beautiful relationship to over the years, it just was so different. But I told myself, you know, if you really want to be with somebody, you're going to try to make it work. And the relationship I was with for 4 years, I didn't leave. Like, I was unhappy for probably a year or 2, you know, before we broke up. And I knew we was going to break up. Like, I used to tell my ex all the time, like, you know, I could feel it. Like, we not communicating, we not, you know, doing the things as much, you know, so I could feel it. But what made me leave that situation for 4 years, it just became a situation to where it was like, it's either I'm going to continuously keep wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I feel like after a while, when you're with somebody for so long, and if it becomes too toxic, it's just like, we better off just letting each other go before we continuously fuck each other up. Like, it just don't even make sense no more. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like the relationship was just ruined so much. Even if we tried to fix it, it was so much damage that was done. It wasn't even worth fixing. And then I was the only one trying to fix shit myself.
Right. So moving on, how do you move on and leave that baggage? Like, how do you not look at your faults and bring it to that new relationship?
You have to let it go. That's what I had to learn. Like, you have to let it go. Like, you have to just don't think about it. See, that's the problem. People, they get scared to not leaving because they thinking about it. It's like, well, if I leave, what if I can't do this? What if I can't do? Don't think about it. Just go. Like, put your faith in God. Pray. I started getting to points where I stopped praying. You know, pray. Find out what makes yourself happy. Fall back in love with yourself, and just move forward. It's harder than just saying it. You know what I'm saying? But it's really important to just move forward and let it go, and don't allow your baggage or your past to define who you are in the future. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. I let everything go, and I'm just like, you know what? Whatever happened in the past happened. Fuck that shit. I'm growing up. That's it. You just can't focus on it, because if you allow it to break you, it's gonna break you. Definitely will.
Sure. Nah, I appreciate you for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know where they can find you, follow you.
What's good, y'all? It's your girl K motherfucking Goddess. You can follow me on all streaming platforms. K Goddess, K space GODDESS. K Goddess official on all social media platforms except for Twitter. It's at She's the Goddess. So make sure you tap in. Clip bow, because I'm from New York, but we stomp bitches out in our Timberlands. Yeah. Bow.
Yeah, let me get a shout out Dallas Global.
Shout out Dallas Global. We outside. We here. Make sure y'all tune in, because bow, New York in a motherfucking building.